Hey everybody, Handsome Eddie back again. Last time we were looking at the rototiller. We got the transmission working. We got the engine apart. I got the parts on order. Hopefully it'll be here this week. I'm going to clean up or do a quick tidy on the frame here. It's got a lot of dirt and crud on it. Looks like the front has like a concrete weight box. It's pretty loose. I'm not sure if I can give that a tighten up. But I'm going to do a little cleaning on it, and then as soon as the parts get here, we'll talk about putting the engine back together. I went and had an ordered a carburetor for it, one of the Chinese guys. I'll talk about that when it gets in. I didn't really want to mess around with the one that's on there. A rebuild kit for the one that's on there is like 13 bucks, and you can get a Chinese one for the same price. I've had pretty good luck with the Chinese carbs. I'll talk about the issues that you have with those when they come in and we put it on the engine before we put the engine back on the frame. Alright, we got everything taken off the rear tine area. I don't know what you call it, a rear tine axle. You can see it's been without a bearing for a while. Looks like it's rubbed a hole through the housing. Looks like some sort of bearing plate in there. This still looks in pretty decent shape that we could put that back in, weld it back into shape. But we're going to have to disassemble this completely to get this out. Whatever's in there, some sort of bearing is gone, clearly. I mean, it still rotates, and we did notice that the tines did rotate when we rotated the input. So it's not falling apart inside, but it's not going to last long that way. So we're going to have to take it completely apart. When you're jerking around with stuff like this, have gloves on, because you're going to be tempted to catch something, or you're going to touch something wrong. Alright, we're going to take the air hammer, put it on the axle. It's being supported by the rim, and we should be able to hopefully drive it through the bottom. Grab yourself your cheap 3/8 extension, drive down through the top. 2 Chinese extensions. Bingo. And she's hot. Go over to cool. I think I should probably sand it before I try to get that cover off. She's got a bit of a rust shoulder on it. Alright, at this time I just continued to work on getting the side cover off. I was hoping I'd be able to disassemble everything and leave the other rim on the other side rusted in place. But unfortunately my plan did not work. I had to invert it. I took as many gears out as I could. At the end of the video there's a picture of the inside. It needed to be completely disassembled, and I spent the next about 4 hours cleaning the gear sets down and getting the other rim off. Alright, here we see the inside, and this thing is pure disgusting inside. I think the main thing that happened was the bearings for the tiller portion had just disintegrated, and the tiller axle was able to slop around, and it left in an enormous amount of mud and dirt that just made its way through the gear case. Bearings seem okay. Most of the gears seem okay. The chain, the main chain back to the tiller axle's pretty worn out. The axle on the tiller, or the sprocket on the tiller axle, is pretty destroyed, so I think we're going to have to replace that. So there's going to be some machining that we're going to have to do on this to get a new sprocket put on. I'm also going to have to order a new sprocket. So I will talk to you all later. Thanks for looking.